Hello friends, welcome to my lectures on theory of automata and computation. Today we are going to discuss the topic automata with output. Till time whatever we have discussed, finite automata, transition system, non-deterministic finite automata, deterministic finite automata, all these are automata, but these automatas are just without output. In that case we were just discussing the acceptability of the string, whether the given input is valid or not. Now in today's lecture we are going to discuss automata which include output. In those automata we don't have a final state, we just start from the initial state, read on the input alphabets or the input string and print the corresponding output on the system. Clear? Now there might be question comes in the mind, yes, if the given input string or the input alphabet is wrong, then how we will print the output? Now in that case what we are supposed to do, these two automatas are interlinked. First we check the acceptability of the string by using the finite automata and then pass these input strings to the further automata, those which print the output. Clear? So these are the cross-linked machine. Clear? Now in case of automata with output there are two types of machines. First name is Moore machine and the second one is the Mealy machine. These are two types of machines which print the output for the given input string. If we talk about the Moore machine, in this case output will depends only on the states of the machine. Clear? If we talk about Mealy machine, in this case output depends on the states and the present input. Clear? Now this Moore machine can be defined by the function z of t is equals to lambda of q of t. Now what does it means? Q of t over here means that a present state, a state at time t. This denotes a present state. Z of t denotes the output function and this is denoted by mathematical symbol lambda. Now how the Mealy machine will be represented in the similar fashion? It will be represented by z of t is equals to q of t comma x of t. Now what does it means? It means that the output depends on the present state and the present input alphabet. Clear? So over here again q of t denotes the present state, z of t denotes the output function. It is denoted by mathematical symbol lambda and x of t is the present input or the current input. Clear? So it denotes that present state at time t, current input at time t and output function at time t. So this is the formal representation of the Moore machine and the Mealy machine. So first thing which should be clear, that Moore machine output depends only on the states of the machine. Mealy machine output depends on both the input and the states of the machine. Now these machines are defined by 6 tuples. M1 is equals to Q sigma O dash delta lambda dash and Q naught. Similarly over here Mealy machine is defined by 6 tuples Q sigma O dash delta lambda dash and Q naught. Clear? Now what does it means? It means that it will have finite non-empty set of states. There will be some states. Sigma as usual set of input alphabets. O dash is the set of output alphabets, because in this case we are talking about the automata with output. So for the machine we are also supposed to declare the possible output alphabets. Delta will be similar, Q cross sigma into Q as we done in the FA, because we are talking about the finite automata. So delta will remain same. It is a transition function which maps Q cross sigma into Q. Lambda dash, in this case lambda dash will be the output function, as lambda dash is the output function and we are talking about the Moore machine. So how we will write the output function? We write that the output will depend on the states only. Clear? So how we will write that? It will map Q into O dash, that a state will tell you the output. Clear? And if we talk about the Q naught, it is the initial state. Fine. Next comes the milli machine. In case of milli machine, again Q is the finite non-empty set of states, sigma finite non-empty set of input alphabets, O dash finite non-empty set of output alphabets, delta transition function which maps Q cross sigma into capital Q, lambda dash. Now over here lambda dash is an output function which maps. Now what does it do? It will map a state and the input alphabet into the output. So how we will write lambda dash? We will write it is an output function which maps Q cross sigma into O dash. Clear? I hope that now you can easily write by knowing that how the machine work or how we can predict the output. So it is very easy. In this case state into O dash, in this case state and the input alphabet into O dash. Clear? Next comes the Q naught. It will be the initial state. Fine. So these are the 6 tuples or the formal definitions of both the machines for the Moore and the milli machines. Now the representation of Moore machine by using transition diagram and the transition table. First of all, let's talk about the transition diagram. In this case, you can see that we have states. It's just like a FA as we already discussed. The difference only is that at the states we have some output concerned. We have some numbers 0, 1, 0, 0. Clear? So what does it denotes? It denotes the output. As soon as we reach state Q naught, which output will be printed? 0. If we reach Q1, which output will be printed? 1. If we reach Q2, which output will be printed? 0. If we reach Q3, which output will be printed? 0. Clear? So this is completely a FA without final state but including outputs with it. Fine. How to draw the transition table? First of all, the format. Now in this case we have again 3 columns, 3 major columns. First one is the present state, then we have a next state column as in FA, and one more column, that is the output. This is the format of the transition table for the Moore machine. Now the states Q naught mark as initial state, as it is an initial state, then Q1, Q2 and Q3. We write the next states for input alphabet A and input alphabet B. Clear? Q naught with A is Q1, Q naught with B is Q3, Q1 with A is Q2, Q1 with B is Q1, Q2 with A is Q3, Q2 with B is Q2, Q3 with A is Q naught and Q3 with B is Q3. Fine. And finally the last column, output column. So output column, in this we write Q naught, output is 0. Output is mentioned here. Q1 output is 1. Q2 output is 0. Q3 output is 0. Fine. So kindly note that these outputs are related with these present state, clear, but not the next states. Some people generally correlate these outputs with Q3, Q1 or Q0. So they might get confused that whether this 0 is associated with Q3, Q1 or Q0 if this diagram is not given. So please take a note in your mind that these outputs are concerned only with the present states of the machine. Clear? Now for example, if we are given an input string W is equals to A triple B and we want to print the output for the given string. So what we will do, we will start from the initial state and then write the transitions for the given input string. Fine. So we will write Q0 with A is Q1, Q1 with B is Q1, Q1 with B is Q1, and then Q1 with B is Q1 again. Clear? So how we will write the output? So we will write the output first of all for Q0. It will be 0. For Q1 it is 1. It is 1. It is 1. It is 1. Fine. So what output will be printed? The printed output will be 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. Fine. So for this the output will be equal to 0, 4 times 1. One more important fact over here is that in case of Moore machine, the number of alphabets, number of bits in the output will always be 1 greater than the number of bits in the input alphabet. See, in this case we are having 4 bits, in this case we are having 5. Whatever input you will give, if you will give 2 input alphabets, 2-bit input alphabet, the output will be 3 bits. Fine. If we will give 6, the output will have 7 bits. Why is it so? Because we are always starting from the initial state and parsing the string, and the output for the initial state will always be printed by default, because definitely we have to go to that state. Now in the case of transition diagram of a Mealy machine, we are simply having, it is just like a FA. The only difference you can see on the transitions on the arrows. Now there are 2 numbers written, 1/0. What does it mean? It means input/output. Fine. As we are talking about that in case of Mealy machine, output depends on both input and the state. Clear? So it means this output 0 will depend on the state as well as the input alphabet. This is the representation of the Mealy machine. We write the states, this is the initial state, and this way we write the output. Fine. So please just note that we simply write it as input/output. Now the equivalent transition table for the given Mealy machine. First of all, we will draw its format. We are having 2 columns in this case. One is the present state, another one is the next state. The next state column will further be divided into 2 parts. The input A is equals to 0 and A is equals to 1. Fine. These are further divided into 2 parts. One is the next state and another one is the output. Next state and the output. This one is the format of the Mealy machine transition table. Over here we will write all the states starting from the initial state Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. Then we will write the transitions first of all. Now we will look for the inputs. Q1 with 0. Fine. So if we look for Q1 with 0, the next state will be Q3 and the output is 0. So what we will write? We will write Q3 in the next state and the output in the output column. Next we look for Q1 with 1. Q1 with 1 is Q2. So the next state will be Q2 and the output concerned is 0. Fine. We can clearly see on the transition. Then Q2 with 0. Q2 with 0 is Q1 and the output is 1. So we will write Q1 and 1. Q2 with 1 is Q4 and the output is 0. So over here it will be Q4 and 0. Q3 with 0 is Q2 and the output is 1. Clear? Then Q3 with 1. Q3 with 1, it is Q1 and the output is 1. Then comes Q4. Q4 with 0 is Q4 and the output is 1. Q4 with 1 is Q3 and the output is 0. Now in this case we can see that the output at any particular time will depend on the present state and the present input. It is not only depending on the state as was the case in the Moore machine. Fine. Now let us, for example, if we have a string W is equals to 0, 111 and we want to print the output of the given string. So what we will do? We will start from the initial state Q1 and write the transitions. Fine. So Q1 with 0. Q1 with 0 is Q3. We will write the output alphabets side by side also. Q3 with 1, Q3 with 1, it is Q1. Then Q1 with 1, Q1 with 1 is Q2, and then Q2 with 1 is Q4, and the output is 0 in this case. Clear? Now we can see that the input is 0, 1, 1, 1, that is 0, 1, 1, and what output will be printed? 0, 1, 0, 0. Clear? So the output printed in this case will be 0, 1, 0, 0. Fine. Now again an important point over here is that the number of bits in the output in case of a Mealy machine will always be equal to the number of bits in the input string. But in case of Moore machine, it was 1 greater than the number of bits in the input alphabet. This is one major difference in the Mealy machine and the Moore machine. I hope that the concept of Mealy machine and Moore machine is clear to you. If you people have any doubts or queries related to this topic, please send an email or mention in the comments. We will definitely get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned.